wake up! Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Stats to a videocast. Today we're recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Francisco Giants as the Phillies get shut out and lose 2-0 to the San Francisco Giants. Old friend Gabe Kapler got the best of us last night, ladies and gentlemen. It's just absurd how many runners we leave in scoring position. I mean, we need to clean that up. We need to start getting the guys in. Now, guys, before we get into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So, Chase Anderson on the mound in this one last night. He was not terrible at all, and as I said before, as I discussed, Matt Moore, in my opinion, is a worse pitcher than Chase Anderson is. There's no question about that. Chase Anderson has been better than Matt Moore this season. There's no question about that. I mean, you're going to go look at Chase Anderson's line. I know we discussed him more at the end of the video. I mean, 4 innings, only 2 runs allowed. I mean, out of your number 5, that's not bad at all, ladies and gentlemen. That's not bad at all. I do not blame Chase Anderson for this loss at all. There's no question about that. The Phillies were 0 for 8 in run scoring position last night. Just absolutely terrible. And get the guys in 0 for 8. I mean, that's pathetic, ladies and gentlemen. How many opportunities we had with run scoring position and we fail time and time again. It's just so frustrating. I just can't stand it. We lose to old friend Gabe Kapler, which I just can't stand. He was booed. You heard the boos. They were pretty loud. I will be there tomorrow afternoon to boo him again. So I'm going to definitely be booing. So Gabe Kapler got the best of us last night. No question about that. They were showing him on the TV. Said, I'm not sure what kind of reception I'm going to get from the fans. And I think he did. I think he decided to say it. I think he knew he was going to get booed. There's no question about that. I mean, the first time he ran out as the Philly skipper home opener against the Miami Marlins in 2018, he was booed. He was booed pretty bad. So, so it's not the first for Gabe Kapler. Pick up the scoring summary. The only scoring of the ball game in the top of the third inning. Brandon Belt gets a hanging breaking ball from Chase Anderson. He does not miss it. He homers on a fly ball to right center field. Evan Longoria scores. And it's now 2-0 San Francisco. That was his third home run of the season. And Zach Hampel made a little cameo there. He was running after the baseball, and he tripped and fell. And I hope he didn't hurt himself, man. I'm sure there's going to be a blog out in a few days of him falling like that. Man, he took a big header there, man. That was pretty bad. And if you're not familiar with Zach Campbell, he's the kind of guy who goes around to all the ballparks and likes to collect all the baseballs and likes to interact with the players. He's actually a pretty cool guy. You should go check him out. But, man, he took a pretty big head. That was pretty bad. So Brandon Belt gives the Giants a 2-0 lead, and then they go into that score. 2-0 your final. As I just hate losing like this. So we win 2-0 on Sunday, and then we lose 2-0 on Monday. So, man, oh man, this offense needs to wake up. And even this weekend against the St. Louis Cardinals, you saw in the first game, we had that 6-run bomb in the second inning. We were, firing all cylinders. And then you see the second game, unfortunately, our pitching just did not go well in that second game. And then the third game, even though Aaron Nola won us that game, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Nola won us that game because he was completely dominant in 9 innings. He threw a complete game, only allowed 2. I mean, he's the reason why we won that ball game on Sunday. There's no question about that. And then yesterday, our bats fall asleep again. But might I add, ladies and gentlemen, we were 0 for 8 in run scoring position. As I keep reiterating, 0 for 8 in run scoring position, and we had 7 hits, and the Giants had 7 hits. So there's simply no excuse for that. We could have easily won this ball game. 3 Bryce Harper hits go to waste. He's seeing the ball well right now. He's hitting the ball hard. There's no question about that. Keep it up, Bryce. I tell you what, Bryce, he is amazing. I tell you, he is amazing. He's hot right now. He's really hot. 327 he's hitting now. Man, oh man, JT's cooled off a little bit too. JT's cooled off a little bit. Average drops to 286. Alec Bohm, a guy who seriously needs to wake up. We need to see him more out of Alec Bohm. Only hitting 228. It is April 20th. We need to see him. We need to get him hot. We need to see him, heat up a little bit more. He has not looked great. He seemed like he's been a little unlucky. There's no question about that. Hitting some fly balls, deep in the outfield. Some good diving catches. So, things have not really gone his way. Rhys Hoskins been a little hot and cold. He's been okay. He just needs to continue to get on base, and he needs to hit the ball over the wall. But Andrew McCutchen. Something needs to change at a leadoff spot. And I discussed it. A few people have also discussed it. Something needs to change at a leadoff spot. Whether it's, someone else needs to be put in a leadoff spot. The problem with Gene Segura, who got his 200th double last night, Gene Segura has been red hot. I'll get to that in a second. But the problem with Gene Segura, he doesn't have the best walkability. You want your leadoff hitter to be able to get on base easily, and I'm not saying Gene Segura. I mean, Gene Segura's a hit machine, but he doesn't have the best plate discipline, right? You want your leadoff hitter to have very, very good plate discipline. Gene Segura, and he was in a leadoff spot briefly in 2019 after McCutchen went down with the ACL tear. I didn't love him in the leadoff spot in 2019. So Gene Segura in the leadoff spot, I mean, that's kind of an iffy thing. I don't know who to put in the leadoff spot. That's a problem right now because Andrew McCutchen just simply is not producing. Getting back to Gene Segura, he is red hot, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you what, I only got one knock last night. It was just 200 double, and what a slide that was. I mean, the ball beat him there by a mile, and he was able to slide in there. I mean, what in the world was that, man? What a slide. What an athletic slide. I mean, that was simply amazing. That was just simply amazing, the way he was able to get his hand in there. I'll tell you what, I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he did it. The ball beat him by a mile, and he was able to get his hand in there. How? I don't know. That's just simply a great slide. That's all I got to say. It's a fantastic slide. I tell you what, I mean, he's got the wheels, right? He's definitely got those wheels. It's unbelievable out of Gene Segura. But going back to Bryce Harper for a second, I think I need to emphasize this. I said it before, a 3-hit night, 3 singles, and how about that line hit up the middle of his first at bat? I mean, that ball was hit very, very hard, and yeah, I tell you what, he's seeing the ball right now. You saw he homered on Sunday, way in the upper deck. I mean, he's seeing the ball well right now. There's no question about that. You know, some back snoreness, and things weren't really looking too good. He was sitting around, the 230s. And now he's already got his average up to 327, but it's pretty early, ladies and gentlemen. You can't get too ahead of yourself, but Bryce Harper's had himself a pretty good month. He just needs to keep hitting the ball over the wall. He needs to, drive and runs. That's what we expect out of Bryce Harper. And he's delivering right now. We all know, of course, he's going to enter a cold streak. We all know that you can't expect Bryce Harper to keep up this pace. Would I love to see him hit 300? There's no question about that. I'd love to see him hit 300. Now, is it realistic? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if it's realistic that we see Bryce Harper hit 300 again. I think he's more of a 270, 275 hitter. I think that's where he, usually averages out at. I mean, mostly 270, right? You saw his stats. They showed his splits over the past 162 games. I think he had a 269 average, around 40 homers, a 400 on base percentage. As I discussed before, that's Hall of Fame. I don't think people realize how good that is. A 400 on base percentage, that is a Hall of Fame type number right there. I mean, that's just amazing. Or near 1,000 OPS. I mean, those are Hall of Fame numbers. 100 plus RBIs a season. I mean, that's really good, ladies and gentlemen. That's really, really good. I mean, now is that the 2015 Harper? No, as I discussed. I mean, it's a lot to ask for out of one player. But that is a very, very good season. So a little bit of news: the Phillies announced yesterday they placed 3 players on the virus list: Jose Alvarado, Ronald Torreyes, and Matt Moore. So I don't know if they were exposed. I did hear that they did test negative. That was a report I heard, which is just great news. They had to get confirmation from MLB to play the game last night. When I heard that, I'm like, oh no. And then Matt Moore, he's scheduled to start on Friday in Colorado, and it turns out that if he's not ready, and oh boy, guess what we might have to see? Vince Velasquez. Yes, Vince Velasquez is not confirmed, but that's just a report I'm hearing if he's not back in time. And this Giants team is stacked with a lot of lefties. And not having Jose Alvarado coming out of the bullpen in this series is definitely stings a little bit. It's not good. But Ronald Torreyes, I mean, he's all right. He's not a guy that has a pivotal role in this team. Still hate to see him come down. Yeah, I mean, that's not good, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully everything's okay. But I hate to see our, play stop. Hopefully we continue to play games. I think we will. I don't really think this is that big a deal. But as a result, Mick Maton gets called up. One of a few players to get called up. It's his first big league hit last night. Just unbelievable. Congratulations to Nick Maton. We saw what he did in spring training. He was pretty decent. Gets his first big league hit last night. Congratulations to the kid. He saw he had a line drive to left field earlier that unfortunately was tracked down. I believe that was his first major league at bat. And eventually he gets it, right? Eventually he gets his first big league knock. So congratulations to Nick Maton for getting. That's a pretty big accomplishment right there. I mean, your first major league game, you get your first major league hit. That's great, man. I'm so happy for him. Let's go take a look at the pitching line in this one. Chase Anderson, 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. The 2 runs were earned, 5 strikeouts, and he did not walk 1 batter. I think Chase Anderson is being a little overlooked, ladies and gentlemen. I think people are, quick to hate on him. Your number 5 starter, as I discussed at the beginning of this video, if you're going to get 4 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, and 5 strikeouts out of him, I mean, that's pretty decent for a number 5. Considering it's this early in the season, Joe Girardi's not going to let these guys go out there for too long this early in the season. I mean, that's not bad. He hasn't had one, treacherous, horrendous start as a Philly. I mean, he's not been terrible, ladies and gentlemen. He's not been like Matt Moore. Matt Moore needs to be DFA'd. There's no question. Nothing personal against Matt Moore. He's just not that good. He's just not good at all. And whenever I criticize these guys, of course, it's not personal at all. It's not personal at all. But Chase Anderson, I mean, he's been okay. He's been fine. He can slap at the loss in this one now, 0-2 on the year. But he hasn't had like one horrendous, like horrific start all season long, like Matt Moore has. I mean, Matt Moore's had a couple. I mean, so yeah, man. I mean, at your number 5, those are not terrible numbers. David Hale came in, a nice clean 2 innings of work, and you can look at the bullpen. I mean, very, very good. A nice 5 innings of shutout. I mean, shutout work. I mean, that's very, very good. So only allowed 2 hits. I mean, so our bullpen, I mean, not really the problem. There's no question about it. The irony, ladies and gentlemen, the irony. Do you see the irony? I mean, David Hale, Sam Coonrad, who's been unbelievable, Brandon Kinsler, Joe Romero, who has been struggling, comes in and has a nice cleaning and a relief last night. So, great job out of this Phillies bullpen and his pitching staff. I mean, it's been pretty decent. You saw Aaron Noah's complete game on Sunday, and then last night, Chase Anderson, not a bad start at all, out of your number 5, and then the bullpen comes in and does its job. So, great job out of Phillies pitching staff. But as the offense start hitting with runners in scoring position. Start hitting with runners in scoring position. 0 for 8 last night with runners in scoring position. Start hitting with runners in scoring position. We strike out too much. We have one of the highest strikeout rates as a team in the MLB. It's pretty absurd. It's pretty pathetic. We need to stop striking out so much. We need to start putting the ball in play. We need to start getting the bat on the ball. This simple, fundamental baseball, ladies and gentlemen. It's not that hard. These are professional baseball players. Easier said than done. There's no question about that. Easier said than done. We need to start putting the bat on the ball more and putting the ball in play when it really matters. Also, another thing that drives me crazy is we seem to get a lot of runners in scoring position and on base when there's 2 outs. And that's difficult. It's difficult to get guys in with 2 outs. As regards to Mickey Moniak, something needs to change in center field. Oh my goodness gracious, it's just like, how many games now have we gone hitless in center field? Like, it's pathetic. 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 I mean, like, start producing in center field. I read a report this morning from the Philly Inquirer that Odubel Herrera may not be far from a promotion. And I think that's the right move. That's what should have been done out of spring training. Even when they announced that Adam Hazley was the opening day center fielder, I'm like, I don't really know. He hasn't a lot of playing time in spring training. I'm not really sure how I feel about this. Okay, fine. I guess we'll test it out. Odubel Herrera, he didn't have a great spring training, but honestly, he's better than what we have. He's better than what we have. Give this guy a shot. I understand what he did was wrong, and I do forgive. I understand what he did was wrong. There's no question about it. You can't justify that, but if he's going to help us win baseball games, I mean, we got to try. We got to try with him. We do. We really, really do. He's going to be better than these guys. I can tell you that right now. I mean, Roman Quinn, Adam Hazley, where has he been? I mean, like, no word. Is that bizarre? Does anyone think that that's weird? There's something wrong, personally with Adam Hazley, with his family, but, like, there's no word. Like, he's just gone. Like, off he went. Like, there's just no explanation. I'm still waiting. Roman Quinn doesn't know how to hit. Mickey Moniak doesn't even know how to hit even more. So, I mean, that's just like, it's so bad in center field. It's a headache. It gives me a headache. It's a nightmare in center field right now. It's pretty bad. I think Mickey Moniak, even as I was saying before, really overhyped. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out those social media, link in the description section, at Phillies Hot Stove, Instagram, TikTok, our Fanatics Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, philliesHotStove@gmail.com. Guys, thanks so much for watching. 7-5 the first pitch tonight at CBP. Webb being opposed by Phillies Zach Wheeler. Let's go get this dub. Let's wake up. I mean, Zach Wheeler, everyone's knocking Zach Wheeler. Hey, have a good start tonight. I mean, how about we start in runner scoring position, ladies and gentlemen? That's what we should be saying. Starting in runner scoring position, we need to get those guys in. So, guys, Central Watson, 7-5, Webb versus Wheeler. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go Phillies. I'll either see you late tonight or early tomorrow morning. I'll see you.